Hello everybody, and welcome back to some All the Mods 9 to the Sky. How y'all doing today? I hope you are doing well. I am. So, last episode, we done our Awakened Supremium, and we done our Rainbow Furnace to get, I don't remember which, I think it's not that one. But to get into a little bit further into, maybe it's this one? I don't remember which one it is that we're doing it for. This guy right here. The Philosopher's Fuel. And that's what we done. This episode, we are going to tackle a few more items and get as much automated as we can for this. We're going to look at doing the soul gems. The soul gems we're not going to be able to automate. We probably could, but it's probably just simpler to not. It's going to take a lot of work to actually do it, and for no more than what we're going to need. Yeah, it's not. We're just not going to do it right now. Witherless Rose is actually where we're going to start. All this stuff can go away. Empty soul gem we're going to do. I mean, this doesn't matter. We'll just put that up there. I would like to get this guy made. This is going to be one of them that we're not going to be able to automate. At least not easily. And maybe the mechanical arm. I think we can do that, and I think we can get our flight module. This one's not too bad, especially considering, like, the first bit of this, the Witherless Rose is not going to be too bad to do. Let's go over here. So all the stuff that we need for it, you can get the fertilized essence, you can get all this stuff through hostile neural networks. We have had this guy running. We got baby slime. We've got this guy running, and we have gotten a handful of stuff as it is. We've got rib bones, slime pearls, catalyzing glands. We've got more than enough for what we're going to need for any of this. So we're good to go there. So, first things first, let's make that guy there. Rose. I don't know where we are on those. We've got 22. That should be way more than enough for what we need. But these guys, we can always get a ton of. And as you can see, we can actually place them and grow them in a one of our garden cloches. But yeah, we can get all we need just like this. Beautiful. We shouldn't need any more than that. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this guy. So now we should be able to craft us up. Well, we could probably craft 100 of them. Oh, no. Oh, what am I doing? Not quite that many, but it's going to keep missing that because I didn't make a recipe for it. So it doesn't matter how many I want to make. Can we make 100 of them? We got about half the stuff for that. Missing 2. There's 40. Even if we've completed the entire pack and done everything, made all the stuff, I don't think we'd need more than 40 as it was anyways. A hunter's handgun. I don't know nothing about that. Hold right click fires, hold reload. We don't have any bullets, so it doesn't matter. Alright, so that quest is now complete. I think next up on our list, we'll work on this focus of summoning. If we go in here to our Ars Nouveau quest, we need this guy right here. We need to give it Wilden Wing or one of the above, and there's 2 recipes for this, and I love the fact that this has 2 recipes. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this guy here. So we don't have any of the Vexing Archwood. It should be easy enough for us to get, though. Actually, we could probably do... Iron Sword, that is not... There we go, and... Cascading. We need the purple one. And now we've got all the Vexing Archwood that we need. Lovely. And we can actually make a recipe for this guy. And we can make this as easy as possible. I just done the sword. We need lapis. And now we should be able to, yeah, we can do all of those that we want to. Now we just need to do our summons bit. Ow. And that is all over there. We are going to need, let's save those. Well, we'll use half of them. Where is our ritual browser at? Right here. So we should be able to do that. I don't know if it needs source or not. We'll give it some source. Give it the wing. And this should... yeah. It... and I did not get what I... did not get what I needed. I did not get what I needed because we did not give it everything that it needs. That is still full, so we don't actually need the source. So it needs all 3 of those. Then and that gives us oh, that's annoying. But there we go. We've got a Wilden Tribute. I have no idea what the sconce is. I'm going to go ahead and do a few more of these up, and then we'll continue on. Alright, so we got 5 of them. And like I said, it's pretty easy to get more. But we need to do the summoning. And that is going to be... I got that. Those. Okay, we still have plenty of all of that. And then I need 5 of those, and that will give us the 5 spells that we have. I think this is in a good spot here. And then I need gold. One, two, three, four, 5. All right, so should be pedestal must be within 3 blocks. Okay, this is... I thought I was going to have this issue. We need to move this. What is this guy? Imbuement chamber. He can go away for the moment. And we can reset this up. It don't matter where we set it. I can move source. Go away. And like I said, we can move some source over here next to what we need. And now we should be able to do this with no problem. And there we go, our summoning focus. And now I just need to go through and do the other 5 that we've got. And we're good to go for now. Alright, so our 5 focus of summoning is now done. We can just put those up. We're not going to need them for the moment, so that can go away, that can go away, that guy can go away. And we can go in here to our quest bounty board. We got this guy here. And we did not get one for that. Awesome. Alright, so now we've got... I think we'll take care of the flight module first. This one's going to take me a little bit more time. As it is, I've got to go prick some gas. So we're going to need a lot more than that to eventually do this, but that's going to work for now. And to use these, we've got to go to the nether and prick some gas. So, let us go. And I completely forgot that this is a void world. And I don't know how well we're going to find very many gas. So, this might be something that's going to be a little more effort than what I thought. So I'm going to fly around here for a minute, see if I can get one to spawn, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so I did wind up making, it's going to be really loud, I did wind up making a platform to get them to spawn. As you can see, they're spawning fairly regularly now. But yeah, that's all good. We got what I needed for this. Let's go home because, like I said, that's loud. I am fighting sounds. I'm trying to. I use a Corsair Bluetooth headset, and it melted. I've had it for years, and it finally bit the dust, and so now I'm using like a $3 headset. So my sounds are all messed up, and I'm trying to find a happy spot where I can hear and the mobs aren't that loud. That was not the issue that we had before. That was, do I have missing items will we skip? We're going to need all this stuff. So let's go ahead, and we don't need to make one for that because it has to be so that guy that those that there. I think that gets me what I need. So control click. There is a flight module. We need to go ahead and craft up. We can craft up a bunch of those. Craft up a bunch of those. Craft up a bunch of those. And now we can just do this right here. And there we go. We've got our flight module taken care of. Now with this, we can put these in. We've used it before. No, we've not used the flight part of this. But there is a environmental controller. We can place this down, we can give it different effects, and one of the effects, and it'll do it depending on how much power you give it, is how big the effect is, and or how far out the effect goes. And one of the things you can do is get creative flight. We have all of that. So now that we've got that done, we did get one for killing withers, and for our star, we got our flight module. Boom, we're good to go there. And I think one more thing before we go is we will work towards our empty soul gem. Like I said, this one's not too bad. We're going to need the... Do we have any soul gem? Well, we can't have any because we have yet to complete the quest. Alright, so we're going to need our Dictionary of Spirits. We're going to need Soul sand, copper, silver, gold, and diamond. We are going to need the Book of the Dingini, whatever that is. Alright. And then we're also going to wind up needing our chalk. So I'm going to need some of these guys. And I don't know what I've got over here. It's all gone. So we're going to need taboo books. We're going to need some books. We don't have any books, really. We don't have any paper. So books, Spirit Fire, we've got that part taken care of. We need purified ink, which means we need black dye. We've got 13 of them. That'll be enough to do what we need to do. I completely missed. That'll take care of that part of this. That's not what I wanted. And then we need green dye. And green dye we have automated. So now we should be able... the feathers may be an issue. Nope. So that's enough for 7. And then we just got to craft that with that to bound them. And then we can just get our stuff together. I've got to lay out our, not sacrifices, we need pentacles. We're needing Strigger's Higher Binding. That looks like that's what we've got. We'll find out pretty quick. So I said soul sand, copper, silver, diamond, gold. Soul sand. Copper. If I could spell silver, we'd be better. Silver. Copper. And diamonds. Alright, so now we should have, we just need to, it's 4 diamonds and then 1 each, or 4 diamonds. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if this is all right, this should it says started binding. Yes, we got one missing, so this should be working. It just sucked up the last piece. And there we go. That did work. Beautiful. Now, to do it for the rest of these. Alright, so we got all of those done. All 7 of them. So there we go. All this stuff can now go up. And we're ready to move on about our business. That will give us some more. That give us 3 more. So now we've got 10 of them. Awesome. So that gets us a lot closer. So for the Dragon Soul, we still need the egg. Dimensional Seed, we need the black matter. Wither Compass, we need blood magic. That one we can actually do. This, the improbable probability device, we need to get into Project E, and we need to get our reactor going. Oblivion Shard takes Project E, and our Nexium emitter, we need our reactor. So we're down to the last few things. We got to do a bit of create. We got to do a bit of bees. We got to do a bit of mechanism. We got to do a bit of Project E. And that should be about it. But for now, wait, we got a couple more quests, or another quest. They give us a wind generator and some XP. And our capturing demon quest. And that's all. So, with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I thank you for watching. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.